Namaste. Hope you are continuing to do well and hope you're staying home and keeping yourselves and everyone safe by following all the precautionary measures. My name is Vijaya Sarnelapanamar Patil and I am joining you from USA. Let us begin our lesson with daily prayer. And this prayer is very relevant for today's times of Corona. So I request you to please sit at ease wherever you are. Try and relax your whole body. Please see if you can close your eyes and just watch the flow of your breath. Bring your breathing to normal. As I recite this universal prayer, if you know the prayer, you're welcome to join me. If not, I request you to please sit in silence. Om. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Through this prayer, we are praying to God Almighty to lead us from falsehood to truth, to lead us from darkness towards light, to lead us from mortality towards immortality. So, today's times where we are all facing the challenge of Corona, it is very important for us to have faith, have hope. As we pray together, let us have faith that we will get through this situation very soon, come out of it stronger, and we will all be able to lead our normal, healthy lives once again as a society, as a community, as a world moving forward. As we begin our lessons, we would like to do pranam to all the true heroes of this world who are working at the front line day and night while many of us are able to stay home and stay safe. These true heroes, be it from the medical profession, be it the researchers who are trying to find a cure for corona, or the people involved in testing, people involved in law enforcement and policy making, the good leaders of the world, the volunteers who are able to give their time and resources to help those who most need help during these tough times. All the people who are working in the service industry to provide us what we need to keep moving on. We will do pranam to all of them and we pray to God that all of them are kept safe and they continue to be healthy, to do their duties, and to keep us all safe. And we will do our part by staying home and following all the safety measures and keeping them more safe as well. We also do pranam to our Guruji, Professor Lakshman Kumar Sanelapnor, for giving these valuable lessons and teachings to us that we are able to share, we are able to spend some time together this often and learn precious lessons from yoga that we are able to apply for today's challenging times as well as throughout our life. The way the lessons are very simplified and scientifically taught, and we are able to apply them in a day to day manner and reap benefits from them throughout our lives. So, thank you to Guruji for that. And thank you also for watching our lessons and providing us feedback and guidance and advice after every lesson so we can make it much better to get maximum benefits out of them. So if you do have any questions about the lessons, about your personal practice, please do message us and we will be happy to provide you recommendations, and we can even discuss with Guruji to provide you recommendations. I'm happy to inform you that this is our 10th online lesson today. So yesterday was Akka Mahadevi Jayanti. Akka Mahadevi is a very great yogi from Karnataka, India. Yogis were both men and women. Akka Mahadevi is a revolutionary woman yogi, and she has given us many teachings, very valuable teachings. Doing pranam to her as well, remembering her contributions to all of humanity. We will begin our lessons today. Over these 10 online lessons, I hope you have learned a lot. We have covered so many topics around different aspects of yoga. We began with very simple concepts of breathing, relaxation, the right techniques, how to apply them during our practice of yoga and throughout our days to feel better. How can we apply basic principles to get more benefits and not be harmed by our regular practice? What are the things to keep in mind before we start our practice? We also learned how do we recite Om, what is the right technique, and how many times we recite Om. We learned about what physical cultural exercises are, what is the right way of doing them, how do we synchronize breathing as we do physical cultural exercises, why are they important to do on a regular basis. We also learned about asanas, getting comfortable with asanas. We learned about kriyas or cleansing processes. We learned about how our body can be stabilized, and that would help stabilize our mind. So we learned about the close coordination, close relation between breathing, body, mind, and how can we strengthen ourselves from all aspects. We have also spoken about different ancient Indian texts and what are we learning from them. We have used many Sanskrit words and we have tried to understand yoga from all these various angles while learning very simple practices that we can apply regularly and gain maximum health benefits from. So you may ask me, what is the necessity of learning or listening to all this? Why cannot we just go right into practicing yoga? Yoga is a special practice where if we understand the theoretical aspect of it, we get a better idea of the concepts, we will be able to reap more benefits when we are actually doing the physical practice. So when we understand how these practices are helping us from internally, that is when we are actually practicing, our mind is into this practice, we are already gaining psychological benefits when we are just listening to these lessons in the beginning. Even if we are not able to physically practice, there are changes happening within us by just listening. And again, one step further, as we listen and understand, then as we decide to devote certain time to our regular practice, And as we start practicing regularly, we remember what we have learned in these lessons. We try to apply the right techniques because we know that applying the right techniques is what helps us and not harms us. And then we can go ahead and practice properly and get all the benefits that we are expecting for our physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual growth and health. So I request you to please take some time out next few days, allocate this time for yourself. Watch our videos. We have already posted link to our YouTube channel where you can start accessing videos. We will be posting more videos regularly. Please devote some time every day and practice yoga. Please experience the difference, the gain in health, and please stay in touch with us. We will be sharing a very interesting challenge for you at the end of this lesson in the spirit of being Utsahi or enthusiastic. We will continue our yoga journey together. Please stay with us till the very end of the lesson. If not, we will also post the details on our Facebook page. Please visit us again on our Facebook page and get all the details. And let us continue our journey of yoga together to grow stronger and healthier. So, having said this, let us begin our yoga practice for today with the recitation of Om. So, you can either sit in Sukhasana, which is just crisscrossing your legs and sitting at ease, or if you are sitting in a chair, that is absolutely fine. If you are lying in a bed, as I had mentioned in our previous lessons, that is okay too if you are unable to get up. Please just try to listen to us, listen to our lessons. That itself will help you quite a bit. And if you try to do whatever basic minimum, the movements or reciting Om or the relaxation part, the breathing part, all these will definitely help you more. So for recitation of Om, please be at ease. Keep your eyes closed. Start with normal breathing. Sometimes we are breathing fast without our knowledge. So first we have to make a mental note of our breathing and bring it to normal breathing. Also make a mental note of every part of our body and please try and relax your whole body. Do not hold any part of your body tight. Everything, even the smallest parts like the toes and fingers, the face, even the top of the head, your neck, your shoulders, everything should be just let loose. The whole of your head, your arms, your hands, please relax them, leave them loose. Continue to observe your body. How about your chest, your upper body, your back? While you're trying to maintain a good posture where your back, neck, and head are in one vertical line, as much as possible, you're also trying to release them of tension, not holding any part tight. Now, please move downwards towards the rest of your body. Please make a mental note of your abdomen, your hips, thighs, calf muscles, the whole of your legs, the knees, the ankles, your feet, and your toes. All of them should be completely relaxed. When it comes to your hands, your fingers, your palms, upper and lower arms, even your elbows and wrists, everything should be released from tension. So, this is the first step you do. Just try to be as relaxed as possible. Your breathing should be normal. Then we will go for deep breathing, which is slowly taking a breath in as long and deep as possible. Then slowly leaving that breath out or exhaling again as long as possible for you. Take a deep breath in and a breath out as long as possible for you. So this is deep breathing. Your limitation is what dictates the length of the breath. So just take a long, deep breath in, only as long and deep as is possible, easily and comfortably by you. Do not force yourself, please. The same applies for a long exhalation or breathing out. Now reciting Om, we breathe in, and during the long exhalation, we say Om. Just open your mouth in the shape of O, lips in the shape of O. Produce the sound of O. Towards that long exhalation, we close our lips, producing the sound of Ma. We have described this many times before. Please do watch our previous videos so you can understand this even better. Now let us recite Om. Deep breath in, and during breathing out, Om. Once again, please breathe in while breathing out. Om. Please sit in silence. So the vibrations produced during the recitation of Om calms us from within and also brings peace to our surroundings. Please do recite Om at least 10 or 15 times every day as Guruji has recommended. It will help us greatly during these times of Corona to relieve us from stress, fear, anxiety, as well as to strengthen our lungs. As you know, Corona is a is causing respiratory problems. So we have to make our respiratory system stronger. And we are learning very valuable techniques through our yoga lessons to make ourselves and our respiratory system stronger from within. And we learned about Kapalabhati in our previous lesson, and that is also a practice that helps us tremendously for this. Kapalabhati, as we mentioned, is a kriya, not a pranayama. We will learn more about pranayama today, and we learned why Kapalabhati is a kriya and not a pranayama. We will discuss this further today, and we will practice Kapalabhati because it is a cleansing process. It helps us clean from within, and it helps us strengthen our body from within. So we will start with Kapalabhati and then move on to all the rest of our practices for today. Again, please, as we always remind you, do take precautions. Only select those practices which are most beneficial for you, which are not causing you any harm. As we have repeated this, any practices which are giving pressure on a part of your body which is weak, maybe you've gone through a surgery, maybe you have a deformity, or another condition, or for another reason you are unable to exert pressure on a certain part of the body, or exerting pressure or practicing certain practices causes you pain, discomfort, or could even harm you further. Such practices should not be done. Also, women who are expecting a baby should not be performing those practices too, where there is a pressure on the abdomen. And please always use your common judgment. Always use your common sense to understand what your needs are, what your limitations are, and which practices are actually going to help you further and which might cause more harm. Once again, if you keep your eyes closed, try to feel the effects of the practice, you will understand more about how these practices are helping us, where they are applying pressure, where they are helping and where they are harming. And if you are unable to judge this, kindly talk to your physician. Please do talk to a good yoga teacher who understands anatomy, physiology, human psychology, who has a good experience of teaching yoga, and select these practices. So, Kapalabhati, please make sure if you are expecting pregnant, do not do Kapalabhati. If you are having a weak abdomen, weak respiratory system, and you're having certain conditions which are not going to be benefited by Kapalabhati, please do not do this. This is a forcible pulling in kind of a practice, pulling in of the abdomen, and forcibly we are leaving the breath out. So it can apply quite a bit of pressure to your upper body. So if you're weak there, I would request you to just take it easy. Sit at ease in one of the relaxation postures. Do not perform Kapalabhati, please. Rest of us who are normally healthy, folks who are normally healthy can practice Kapalabhati about 5 or 10 times. You can even practice longer if your body allows you to. You are welcome to take breaks during the practice and in between a set of strokes. Having said this, please first sit in Sukhasana. Keep your whole body relaxed. And here again, if you need the support of your palm, you can place it on the stomach. And in the beginning, you can apply gentle pressure to the stomach while breathing out. Gentle pressure to the stomach while breathing out. So there is only active exhalation and passive inhalation. So here we are making an effort in breathing out, but the breath goes in automatically. Do watch our previous lessons video to understand Kapalabhati in more details. That will really help you during this practice. Now, we will go for this practice 5 to 10 times, please, as allowed by yourself. Relax, please. Open your eyes. Kapalabhati and other kriyas or cleansing processes help us clean ourselves from internally even the inner parts of the internal organs, and they help us perform the other practices of yoga more easily. So let us start with our physical cultural exercises and simple movements for various joints of our body. It also helps strengthen our musculatory system and our other systems of the body. Simple stretching of our fingers and curling them up in a fist. Now what we do is we inhale when we curl up our fingers, exhale when we relax. Inhale during action, exhale and relax during releasing. Bring your fingers together and palms together in Namaste, please. Apply gentle pressure to our fingers. Stay there for just a few seconds. Relax. Once again, apply gentle pressure. Relax. We are doing this just a couple times now, but during your practice, regular practice, you can increase the counts. Now, once again, another physical cultural exercise for our wrists and fingers. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, please, breathe out and relax. Once again, breathe in, breathe out and relax. Breathe in, stay there for just a few seconds. Breathe out and relax. Make fists of your palms, and this is slow rotation. Inward rotation, please, while breathing in. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Now in the reverse direction or outward rotation. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in, please. Breathe out and relax. Bring your hands parallel to each other and to the ground. Slow rotation of the elbows. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax towards the end until the breath goes out. Breathe in and go as slow as possible. You're synchronizing the breathing with the movements. Breathe out and relax towards the end. Now in the reverse direction, please. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. Now we will go for movements for our shoulders. You can either do it while kneeling down or sitting in Sukhasana like we did before, or even standing up to get better range of motion. Slow rotation. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Once again, please, as slow as you can go. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Now let's do it in the reverse direction, please. Breathe in, go slowly. Remember to synchronize breathing. Breathe out and relax till the breath goes out. Once again. Breathe in and relax while breathing out. Now let's try this in the reverse direction. Breathe in, please. And breathe out. Breathe in. Now let us practice physical cultural exercises for our feet. Slow curling up of our fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Now flexion and extension of our feet. Breathe in. Stay there for just a few seconds, please. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Now please keep your feet slightly further apart. Slow inward and outward rotation. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Once again, breathe in, breathe out and relax. Now, in the reverse direction, please. Try to give movements in all possible ways while coordinating breathing. The slower you go, the stronger you're getting. So please don't hesitate to go even slower than what we are showing here in our lessons. Now come back to Sukhasana and we will do physical cultural exercises for our neck. Slowly bending forward while breathing out. Staying there for just a few seconds, please. Breathe in while stretching your neck backwards. And again, stay there for just a few seconds while you feel the effects of the practice. Breathe out while bending forward. Anytime there is slight pressure on the airways or chest, abdomen, thorax, breathe out, please. Breathe in while releasing that pressure and stretching your neck backwards. Come to the starting position, please. Now, slow rotation of the neck to one side while again breathing out. Breathe in and come to the starting position. Breathe out. Go to the other side. Breathe in and relax. Now, slight turning of our neck to one side, bending it one side. Breathe out while do that. And breathe in, come back and relax. Now the other side. Breathe out. Breathe in and relax. Now let's go for a rotation of our neck. Slowly bending forward, taking to one side, going backwards, very, very slowly please. Do not feel giddy while doing this. If you do it fast, you might. Breathe out towards the end and relax until the breath goes out. Once again, please, slow rotation. Breathe in. Breathe out towards the end and relax. Now in the reverse direction, please. Breathe in. Rotate your neck slowly. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. Rotate your neck really, really slow. Breathe out towards the end of the rotation and relax, please. So those were the physical cultural exercise for the necks, and you're welcome to do more counts during your regular practice. This is just to remind you of the various movements that we do. Now stretch your legs once again. We will go for trunk twisting or rotation. Now here, first make sure you are relaxed as much as possible, please. And then slow rotation. Place your palms at a comfortable distance from your body and bend forward. Again, here there is a pressure on the upper body. So please breathe out. Allow your breath to go out. Bend forward as much as possible and stay there, please. Now slowly come back while breathing in and relaxing. Now on the other side, please, slowly twist from the trunk, not just your upper back or near towards your shoulders. Place your palms at a comfortable distance. Bend forward. Stay there for a few seconds. Try to not raise your hips, please. Slowly relax while breathing in. I hope you're feeling good about after doing these simple practices. Now we will lie down on our back, and slow biking. While we are here, again to remind you, you can do it either with one leg or both legs, please. I will show you with both legs today. Slowly bend your legs, bring them as close to the hips as possible, then bend them further, bring the knees as close to the chest as possible, then straighten them out. Try to keep your knees straight and slowly release your legs to the ground. Do not hurry up and leave the legs in a rush to the ground, otherwise, it might hit and it would get hurt or injured. Once again, please bend your legs, bring them closer to your body, the rest of your body, straighten out your legs and slowly bring them down. Again, I hope you're following the basic guidelines where anytime there is a pressure on your abdomen, thorax, chest, airways, you are allowing the breath to go out. Please keep that in mind during all practices. Once again, now we are doing it in the reverse direction, please. Raise your legs up straight, bend them while the breath goes out. Then slowly release the legs, straighten them out while you breathe in. Once again, raise your legs up straight as much as possible. Bend them while you're exhaling. Then slowly releasing them back to the starting position. Please take complete rest in Shavasana here. So today we are practicing Shavasana after we did the biking. So let us get a few seconds of rest, few moments of thorough relaxation, please. Keep your legs slightly apart, hands away from the body, palms facing up towards the ceiling. You can release your neck to one side. This is the dead body pose. You are imitating the way the dead body has left complete weight on the ground. You should feel very light, almost weightless. I hope you're breathing normally and your whole body is left loose, not held tight at all. Now slowly bring your legs together, please. Palms facing to the ground and closer to the body. Slowly turn towards one side, taking support of your palm and getting up and sitting down. So that was all of our physical cultural exercises that we practice on a regular basis. Now we will proceed to our asanas, and today we will also learn about pranayama as I mentioned. So we will learn a special pranayama which is called Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. This is also one of the practices which is very essential and very beneficial during these times of corona especially, and also the rest of the time throughout our lives. And we will explain that a little bit more. So let us practice our basic asanas, and we will start with again Sukhasana here. We will again, once again, today we are not performing Surya Namaskara just to save us some time. We will be extending our yoga lesson by a little bit to learn more about Anuloma Viloma Pranayama and practice it. And also we'll be learning a couple new asanas as well. And I hope you can stay till the very end of the practice. If not, you are welcome to leave and maybe watch the videos later. And do visit our Facebook page because we will be putting up updates about how to help your further practice and also future yoga lessons. After we take a little bit pause after our 10th lesson, we will explain all about it towards the end today. So here Sukhasana, I hope you can see me. All we are doing is we're crisscrossing our legs and sitting at ease, trying to place our palms on our knees, sitting straight, breathing normally, please, keeping our eyes closed while observing the flow of our breath. We will move on to Ardha Padmasana or half lotus pose from here, which is essentially pushing one of the legs to the front slightly, taking support of our palms. We are trying to place it on the opposite thigh. If you are unable to do this, just hold the leg wherever you think it is possible to hold. Even if it is just this much, that is good enough for you. So please just continue trying every day and slowly with gradual practice over several days. Some people might need several months or even more to just get the leg onto the opposite thigh, which is absolutely okay. So please take your time, do it slowly and practice regularly, and we are able to do it much better way. The other leg should be below the opposite, the leg which is on top here. And please place your palms on the knees. Try to bring your knees as close to the ground as possible. Keep your back straight. Breathe normally, please, while trying to keep your eyes closed. Now let's go for Ardha Padmasana with the other leg. So the leg that is on top, please place it on the bottom. Now the leg which is on the bottom, try to bring it on the opposite thigh. Stay there for just a few seconds, please. In the final position, try and keep your eyes closed. Observe the flow of your breath. Go for normal breathing. Relax, please. Now we will try to do Padmasana only for those that this is possible. Push the leg which is below to the front slightly. Take support of your palms and try and place it on the opposite thighs. Again, we are trying to bring the knees as close to the ground as possible. Placing your palms on the knees. Maintain a good posture, please. Keeping your back straight as much as possible. Eyes closed and breathe normally, please. Feel the effects of the practice. Release, please. Now we will perform Padmasana starting with the leg which we had kept down before and which we took the second time. So that will be the leg we're taking first. So if we started off with the right, let's start off with the left. Okay? This you will see that this will give you different benefits. So start off with the left if you had started with the right, and then you take the other leg. Please practice Padmasana this way as well. We want to give equal benefits to both sides of our body, right and left. Release, please, release. Now what we will do is we will do a yoga mudra. We will practice yoga mudra, and this yoga mudra is forward bending while sitting down. So you can either do it in Padmasana if you are able to do it. That is the best way if you can. If not, the best way for you would be in Ardha Padmasana or even Sukhasana. Okay. So I am going to do Padmasana again, and I will turn this way to show you. So firstly, we are trying to keep our back as straight as possible, tie our wrists together, our hands at the back, slowly bending forward as much as we can. Bending from the waist, not just the upper back, from the waist, go as far as you can comfortably without any pain, no jerks, please. Stay there in your final position for a few seconds. Please do not hold your breath. Try not to hold your body tight. Leave it as loose as you can. Keep breathing, please. Stay there. Now slowly come back, please. Very, very slowly. Remember, being slow and Making gentle movements is the right way to practice yoga. Now release, please. Release. You can go for a long sitting posture. In between practices, rest is a must. Try to get as much relaxation as your body is asking for. So if you need more rest, please go ahead and get more rest in between practices. Now we will go for Ardha Vajrasana, Vajra meaning diamond. So bending one leg at the knee joint and bringing it closer to the hip. It as easy as it looks, it is not. This is one of the really challenging or difficult practices. So if you are unable to do it this way, just try to do as much as you can. Even if you are able to just bend this much, it is good, much better than not doing anything at all. So please try regular practice. Again, as we always say, it will go on improving. That is the beauty of our body, way God has made it. We are able to heal, we are able to recover from conditions, we are able to get better with our minimum efforts every day. So please, when you do Ardha Vajrasana, you bend your leg, try to keep both knees close together, place your palms on the knees. If you're able to sit straight with no support of your hand, you can do that. If not, please take support of your palm. That is absolutely okay. Try to breathe normally, please. Do not hold your breath or your body tight. Now, release. We will do Ardha Vajrasana with the other leg, bending the leg, placing it by the hip. Again, placing your palms on the knees if possible. And in the final stage, you're sitting in silence, trying to be as steady as possible, please. Please relax. And for those who can perform Vajrasana, which is a combination of both of these half diamond poses into diamond pose. So let's practice. And for the rest of us, continue to practice Ardha Vajrasana, please, as much as you can. So slowly bend both legs, place them next to the hip of the same side of the body. Now you're sitting down on, let me turn around and show you. You're trying to sit on the floor in between the feet. You're not sitting on the heels, you're sitting on the floor in between the feet. And keep your knees as close together as possible. And in the final stage, please try to sit in silence, keeping your eyes closed, observing the flow of your breath, trying to relax your whole body, even while you do a practice or posture. Release, please. Here we will proceed to Mandukasana. Instead of straightening your legs, what we can do is we can stretch our legs or extend them further, keep them apart as much as you can in a V shape. And if you can, take your palms off and place them on the knees. If not, you can just leave them there. Just spread your fingers out so you can get better balance, please. This is the final stage of Mandukasana or the frog pose. Once again, although you have assumed a posture, you're still trying to relax your body as much as you can comfortably. Just trying not to hold your body tight. It is difficult in the beginning, but with gradual practice, you will cultivate the art of relaxation and breathing also. So do not hold your breath, please. Now slowly release. Bring your legs together. Now slowly straighten out your legs. Very, very slowly, please. If you give jerks, you might pull a muscle, so it might cause hurt or pain to you. So once we are done with Mandukasana, we will go for another practice which is very beneficial for the lower part of our body, which is Bhadrasana, bringing your soul together, sole of your feet together, pulling them as close to your body as possible with the support of your palms. Once you are in this stage, try to bring your knees as parallel to the ground as possible, please. Keep your back straight. Again, breathe normally in the final position. Try to keep your eyes closed and relax as much as you can, even in the final stage, please. Release. Release your asana, please. And you are taking a little bit of rest in long sitting posture. Now we will go ahead and practice the asanas which we learned in last few lessons, where we are lying down on our stomach in the Makarasana or the crocodile pose. Once again, I'll remind you, if you are not supposed to be exerting pressure on your stomach or upper body, if you've underwent a surgery, if you are expecting a baby, or if you in general you have some weakness or conditions, then please do not go for this. Do consult your physician or a good yoga teacher to understand which practices are more suitable for you. And we will also do a few other practices after these that will give you very similar benefits. So please be assured that there are many other practices where you can gain similar benefits for yourself. So please go ahead and skip these practices if they're not for you. So Makarasana, or lying down on the floor flat on the stomach, please. This is a crocodile pose. Just place one hand over the other and rest your head on the hand and keep your legs slightly apart, please. This is also one of the relaxation postures. So try to thoroughly relax your body. Once again, remember how we mentioned each and every part of our body, right from the tip of our toes to the top of our head. So that should be what you're following every time you're relaxing. Make a mental note of all the parts of our body and try to leave them loose, please. Release them of all the tension. Once you're done that, please observe the flow of your breath. Try to breathe as normally as you can. Now, this is crocodile pose. Once we are done with a little bit of relaxation, let's move on to other practices. We will practice Bhujangasana, or the cobra pose. Here we bring our palms right by the nipple line and we spread our fingers to get good balance. We bring our legs close together and keeping them on the floor and our chin on the floor too, please. First, this is the first position to start Bhujangasana, or the Cobra pose. And here, try not to let your hands fall out. Bring them closer to the body so the elbows are closer to the body. Now slowly raise your upper body, slowly, only until your navel, navel point. That's all. Keep your Keep yourself in this position just for a few seconds, please. Do not hold your breath. Keep breathing. Keep your eyes closed and try to feel the effects of the practice, please. Release and come back to Makarasana, or crocodile pose. Automatically, your legs are apart, your palms and hands one on top of the other, crisscrossed, and your head is resting on the palms. Your whole body is relaxed and not held tight. Your breathing is coming to normal always. If you are holding it a little bit, you will realize it now. If you are breathing faster, this is an opportunity for you to slow down and relax. Once you have taken a little bit of rest, now again we will move on to the next practice, which is Ardha Shalabhasana. You make a fist of your palm, place it under the thigh of the same side of the body, and the other hand can be in the front, taking support by spreading your fingers. Now slowly we are raising one leg up at a time by pushing with the fist. The fist, you're taking support on the fist, raising your leg to an angle of 30 degrees. You can bring your head closer to the ground. You can relax on the palm in front of you. Keep your legs straight as much as possible, please. And try to be steady. Keep breathing, please. Keep breathing. And relax. Now let's try to do the same with the other side of the body. So hand in front of you, taking support, and with the fist you put it underneath the thigh, slowly raising the other leg to an angle of 30 degrees. Breathing, please keep breathing and relax. Now let's try to do Shalabhasana or the locust pose, which is a combination of both these half locust poses, where you are making a fist of both the palms, keeping them under the thighs, and placing your chin on the floor. Slowly we are raising your legs up, both the legs up, trying to keep them straight at the knees. To an angle of 30 degrees, you're taking support from the closed fists under the thighs. Try to maintain balance, please, and relax. Relax. Go back to Makarasana. We all feel happy to get some rest after the action. Get a little bit of relaxation. Our body uses this time to get rid of impurities, release the toxins. So rest is a must, as we always emphasize in Utsahi Yoga. Resting enough also helps build our immunity, which is very important during these times of corona as well. So let's move on to Ardha Dhanurasana or half bow pose. So one hand in the front of our body, bend one leg, and the hand on the same side, we are holding the ankle. And slowly here, we are doing two actions. One is pushing the leg back this way, and then the other one is raising it up. So please do this as much as you can and look up. The upper body goes up, lower body is also going up, and we are only resting ourselves on our stomach. This is half bow pose. Release, please. Let's try to do it with the other side. Once again, slowly, do it very slowly before you get into action. Try to ensure that you're completely relaxed. So here you're holding your leg, slowly pushing it back and upwards. Even in the final position, please try to breathe normally and try to relax, not holding your body tight. Release, please. Release, release. Now, those of you who can do Dhanurasana, which is a combination of half bow pose or Ardha Dhanurasana, you can try this. We do not recommend women practice Dhanurasana because it gives too much pressure around the region of ovaries. So, although I will be just showing you for a brief time, a regular practice of Dhanurasana is not recommended. for women. So what we can do is we can just practice Dhanurasana in a slightly modified way, which means we are holding our legs together. We are only raising to this extent where our thighs are still on the ground, on the floor. Okay. So I'm just going to show Dhanurasana for all of us. However, women, let's just practice it this much. This is good for us. So this is the complete Dhanurasana. Please keep breathing normally. Keep breathing normally and relax. Please relax. Take rest. Rest is a must. And once you feel you've got enough rest, you can slowly get up. Please slowly get up. You may be feeling, even in the final stage, I am requesting you to relax and I'm requesting you to release the tension. Although we are holding ourselves in a certain position or posture, how can we do that? Again, as I always say, by as you practice regularly, you will also cultivate the art of relaxation. So what we try to do is even in the final stages of those postures, we are holding a certain position, but we are internalizing our practice where we are trying to make a mental note of every part and releasing the tension. So we are just relaxing every part of our body, even the part of the body that is in a certain position. That also should not be held tight. And again, in the final stage of asanas, we are trying to go for as much stability and steadiness as possible. So try not to be moving too much. Try to maintain a posture. Try to be one with yourself and do not hold your breath. Keep breathing normally, please. Again, this is difficult in the beginning, but with regular practice, you will get better and better at it. Now, what we will do is we will practice a few other asanas where we are getting slightly similar benefits as Dhanurasana, as I had mentioned before. So, let us stand up for these practices, please. I hope you can see me well from there. Now, first is forward bending. We are doing this in Surya Namaskara as well. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me better. Slow bending forward. This is called Hasta Padasana, where we are bringing our Hasta, which are the hands, to our Pada, which is the feet. So we are bringing our hands closer to the feet, bending from the waist, please, not just upper back. Bending from the waist, going as close to the knee as possible. Even if you're bending the knee in the beginning, it's okay. Then slowly we can try to straighten them out. This is forward bending. Now the next practice is backward bending, and this is similar to what we are doing in Dhanurasana while lying down on the floor. Here we are standing up and bending backwards. So take support of your palms. You can place them on the upper hip or trunk and keeping your legs slightly apart so you don't lose balance, please. Slowly bend backward as much as possible. Stay there. Keep breathing, please. And release. Release. Now we will go for lateral bending. Remember, we mentioned that we try to give all possible movements to every part of our body. So even while standing up, we did forward bending, backward bending. Now we are going for sideways or lateral bending. So slowly raise one hand. When it comes parallel to the ground, you turn the palm facing towards the ceiling. The other hand is just left loose by the body. Now continue raising that hand, please. When it comes closer to the ear or touches the ear, you are stretching up, stretching that side of the body up as if you're trying to touch the ceiling. And then slowly doing lateral bending, bending on one side. So go to the other side, you're bending as much as you can. You should not be bending forward. You're doing sideways bending, please. And this hand is sliding along the leg and giving you support. Please breathe normally and relax. Relax. Now on the other side, lateral bending. Slowly raise your hand. Bring it parallel. Turn it over. Slowly continue raising. This hand is along the leg. Now stretch as much as you can and bend sideways. Bend please. Stay there for a few seconds. Keep breathing and relax. Again, another movement that we can do while we are here is spread your legs further apart. Place your palms on your waist and slow rotation, please. Very simple practice. Rotate as much as you can. So you're giving all possible movements here while standing up too. Now to the other side. Rotate. Stay there in the final position for just a few seconds and relax. Now come back to sitting please. So we have practiced few new postures today and last lesson. Now we will go ahead and talk about pranayama. So pranayama is a scientific rhythmic breathing practice which was invented by yogis. And the reason we do pranayama is to help with our breathing, and in turn, when we are trying to practice this in a rhythmic way, it is also helping, scientifically helping our systems like respiratory system internally. And we are along with this, we are also gaining benefits of strengthening the systems, and we also getting effects or advantages of soothing and calming down as well. So in pranayama, there are a couple of things we have to understand. Firstly, we know that breath is life. So as long as we are breathing, we are said to be living. So once we are dead, we are not breathing anymore. That is probably one of the first indications of life. So when we learned our breathing techniques, or when we were talking about cultivating the art of breathing in our lessons so far, we were talking about how we should try to observe the flow of our breath. Every day we are breathing without our knowledge. We don't need to be aware of breathing. So we are living every day and we are continuing to breathing without paying attention to it. And in yoga, we are trying to bring awareness to the fact that we are breathing, and we are going a few steps further where we are learning how to breathe in a deep breathing way and also in a pranayamic way. So when we talked about breathing normally, we also talked about how we have to try to slow down the rate of our breathing. And then we spoke about deep breathing, going for an inhalation and exhalation which are slightly more longer than our normal breathing. So again, always remember please, deep breathing or long breathing, we have to practice only as per our limits, physiological limits, our ability to extend our breathing a little longer than normal. So that is deep breathing. And pranayamic breathing follows another rhythm or a different pattern, and we will talk about a specific type of pranayama shortly. Now, let us understand one more thing. So, in breathing, actually, we have four stages. So, it is inhalation, and after inhalation, there is a slight gap. Then there is exhalation, and then there is again a slight gap. However, as I mentioned, during our normal course of breathing, we do not pay attention to these. So we are always doing these four phases, but we are not aware of this. Now, when we go for deep breathing, we are slightly extending the duration and length of time for each of these phases more consciously, a little more consciously than what we usually do. So, what we do in deep breathing is we are inhaling a little longer, and the pause after inhalation is slightly longer than normal breathing. Then we exhale a little longer, and then there is another pause which is slightly longer than what we do in normal breathing. So we are following these four phases of breathing once again in deep breathing. However, we are making them a little longer, taking a little more time, and again always remembering our ability and our limitations. So we are not breathing to an extent where it becomes a forced breathing. We are trying to extend our inhalation and exhalation to our own limits and needs. So we are not breathing in a way where we start feeling uncomfortable, discomfort. Please always keep that in mind. So after normal breathing, we learn to practice deep breathing. And in pranayamic breathing, especially the one that we are practicing today, we are learning about how we are taking a breath in from one nostril and breathing out, or leaving the breath, releasing the breath through the other nostril. So this type of pranayama is called Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. So here what we need to understand in order to get more benefits out of this pranayama is, why is this important? Firstly, in yoga, we understand that we have two different sides of our body, the right and the left, right? We understand, everyone understands this. In yoga, what we are doing is we are trying to give equal benefits to both sides of our body. Now, when we are talking about pranayama, we are focusing on the respiratory system. So there is a right nostril and there is a left nostril. So they say that the right nostril is called Surya Nadi and the left nostril is called Chandra Nadi. So what happens is, in yoga there is a belief that when we are breathing in and out, these two nostrils do not always function equally. There are times when the right nostril is a little dominant, and there are times when the left nostril is a little more dominant. And so the other nostril is relaxing a little bit, and there is a dominant nostril. Now, when this continues, this affects the heat and the cold within our body. So, because of this, we are trying to make it equal. So, through Anuloma Viloma Pranayama, we are trying to breathe in and breathe out equally with both nostrils. So, let us learn this type of pranayama. I think with this basic understanding, we are okay to perform Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. However, again, let's talk about a little bit of precautions. People who are having weakness in the respiratory system, people who are having certain conditions, and also expecting or pregnant women and children especially. Children are not supposed to be learning pranayama, because one of the main aspects of pranayama is holding the breath. And that is what is the difference between Kapalabhati that we learned before and pranayama. In Kapalabhati, we are not holding breath. That is a kriya. We have repeated this. So these pranayamic practices, there is a necessity of kumbhaka, which means holding the breath. That is essential part of pranayama. And so when we are learning this Anuloma Viloma Pranayama, we learn about taking the breath in from one side, releasing it from the other side. But in between these two, there is also a part which is the most essential where we are holding the breath for a short period of duration. And this is the reason why children are not recommended to be practicing or learning pranayama, because they are still not having the awareness of how much they should be holding the breath, how long they should be inhaling and exhaling. So let us, normally healthy people, let us follow and learn Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. However, everyone is okay to practice only inhalation and exhalation. No holding the breath, please. So we can all practice inhalation and exhalation. So we will begin with that first. Inhalation is called Puraka and exhalation is called Rechaka. So firstly, we will start with both our nostrils, normal breathing first, please. Then we will go for long or deep breathing with both nostrils first. Once we are done with this, now we will try to learn only the inhalation and exhalation part of Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. Here we are holding our fingers in a certain way. So what we will do is we will keep our thumb open and the last two fingers open, and we are closing these other two fingers. So we are keeping our hands like this, and the thumb we are using to close one side of one nostril, and when we release this, we are using the other two fingers to close the other nostril. Okay, so do not hold and close both the nostrils at the same time, please. We are alternating breathing right now. So let us start by leaving the right nostril open. We are closing the left nostril with our two fingers, our ring finger and the little finger. We are opening the right nostril. Please inhale through the right nostril. Now, as you close the right nostril, open the left nostril, please, and exhale through the left nostril. Now, inhale through the left nostril, which is open, and close it while opening the right nostril and exhale through the right nostril. Can we try this once again, please? So, we have kept the right nostril open. Inhale through the right nostril long as you can. And as you close the right nostril, you should open the left nostril, please, right away at the same time. Then you're exhaling through the left nostril. Once again, the nostril that is open, we are just inhaling long breath in through the left nostril. As we close the left nostril, we open the right nostril at the same time and then exhale through the right nostril. I hope you understood the pattern here. So we are breathing in through one nostril, breathing out through the other, taking the breath in from the same side where we exhaled, and then breathing out through the first nostril. So that is called Puraka and Rechaka, and that can be practiced by anyone, not a problem. So it is just normal breathing, then we go for deep breathing, and then we go for a longer breathing through alternate nostrils. So that is completely okay to be practiced. Now, going a step forward to learn Anuloma Viloma Pranayama, once we breathe in, we are closing both nostrils, and once we, please listen to me, do not practice along with me right away. We close both the nostrils, and once we close the nostrils, we do a chin lock. What that means is we are bringing the chin closer to the throat here, neck, and stay there for just a few seconds while the nostrils, both of them are closed. That is called Jalandhara Bandha or chin lock. At that moment, those few moments, we are holding the breath. And so this is why I said this is the difference between pranayama where we are having a kumbhaka or holding the breath. And this is the reason why children and others who are weaker should not be practicing this because of the holding breath part. And why is it important to not only closing the nostril, but we are also doing jalandhara bandha or holding the breath? Why are we doing that? Holding bending your neck and bringing the chin closer to the neck. Why is that important? The chin lock, as we call it. So when we hold our breath, the air is inside us. And because we are keeping our nostrils closed, the air has a tendency to still try to come out. At that time, it is trying to come out through the other holes that we have near the airways, which are the mouth or the ears. So what happens is we have kept our nose closed, we have kept our mouth closed, and naturally the ears are the way that the air tries to escape. So if we are just holding our breath by closing both the nostrils, keeping the mouth closed, and staying here, unfortunately, the air tries to go through the ears and it can even cause damage to the very thin films which are the eardrums. So, because of this, we want to avoid that damage. So, we perform chin lock. What we do is we are locking our chin to the neck here. That way, the air is kept underneath here. Air is not able to come outside. There may be a slight little volume of air that is still trying to escape, but that is not harsh enough to hurt the eardrums. So that is the reason why it is very, very important to perform chin lock when we are doing the kumbhaka or closing the nostrils. I hope you understood this. Now let us learn the complete Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. So remember what we did was we closed the one nostril, left nostril in the beginning, and breathed in through the right nostril. Once we do that, please just watch me. We close both nostrils. We do Jalandhara Bandha, which is very important. Chin lock. Stay there for only a few seconds, please. Then come back while keeping the nostrils closed. Now we open the other side and we breathe out. Now remember to take the breath in from the same side. We again perform Kumbhaka, which is holding the breath by closing both nostrils. Necessarily perform Jalandhara Bandha or chin lock. Then come back, open the lock, open the right nostril and breathe out. Now next time we breathe in from the same side where we exhaled and we go through Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha and breathe out from the other side. So that is the pattern for Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. So let us practice once only Puraka and Rechaka, please, only inhalation and exhalation. And then those of you who are normally healthy, who are allowed to practice complete Anuloma Viloma Pranayama, you can do that with me as well. So now please only Puraka Rechaka. Breathe in through the right and slowly while you close the right nostril, open the left nostril and breathe out through the left nostril. Now breathe in through the left nostril and while you close the left, open the right, breathe out through the right nostril. Now those of you who are able to do or allowed to do the complete Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. Let's do that, please. Rest of us, please continue doing only inhalation and exhalation with alternate nostrils. Breathe in, please. Now closing both nostrils and performing Jalandhara Bandha or chin lock where slight pressure is applied on the neck and throat. Come back, please. Release and open the left nostril and breathe out through that. Now breathe in through the left nostril. Hold both nostrils together. Perform chin lock necessarily. Come back, please. Then breathe out through the right nostril. Once again, breathe in through the right nostril as long as you can. Then hold, close both nostrils, perform chin lock. Come back, please. Then open the left nostril and breathe out thoroughly from the left nostril. So we continue this pattern. So breathing in through one, breathing out through the other, breathing in back from the same nostril which we exhale from, and breathing out through the first nostril. So this pattern or this rhythmic breathing exercise or practice is called Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. With time, we were able to give you brief explanation, and please do always remember the precautions for this pranayama and other practices. We do not want to harm ourselves. We want to gain maximum benefits of all these practices. So having said this, let us do recitation of Om. Always please practice reciting Om in the beginning and the end of our yoga practice. Please sit at ease. We will talk just for a couple minutes after recitation of Om about where we go from here. This, as I mentioned, today marks our 10th yoga lesson online, and we have learned a lot. We have learned a lot of things on different aspects of yoga. We've covered various topics. So we want you to spend a little bit time to understand these more. So what we are doing is we are giving a slight pause to the online lessons for a few days, and during these few days, we would like you to take up a challenge of regular practice of yoga. We would like to talk to you a little bit more about that only for a few minutes. So please stay with us. We will conclude in the next about 5 minutes, please. Keep your eyes closed. Place your palms on your knees. Sit at ease, please. Try and keep your back, neck, and head in one vertical line. Keep breathing normally and then slowly proceed for deep breathing. Now let's recite Om. Inhale, a long deep breath, and during exhalation, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please sit in silence. So firstly, I would like to thank you for being with us on this journey of yoga for the last 10 lessons. I hope you are able to learn, and I hope you are able to practice at least once in a few days now with us. Now, going forward, it is our duty to take care of ourselves and take care of all of us around us. Let us all be responsible, more for ourselves and more socially responsible as well. So, in the spirit of being Utsahi, which means enthusiastic, let us all take up this new challenge for the betterment of ourselves and everyone. For the next 10 days, I would like to invite you to join us on a new challenge of practicing yoga regularly every single day. So what we have to do is we have to allocate about 45 minutes to 1 hour every single day. This is for our own good, and at the end of these 10 days, I would like you to share your experiences with us. And during this journey, we will all be together. We will continue being connected through our Facebook page. And on our end, Utsahi Yoga will continue to post new helpful tips and recommendations and posts to remind you of your regular practice. So we have had this 10-day of like a crash course of yoga, and please now utilize this time to benefit yourself for the rest of your lives. Take up this challenge for yourself and for everybody around you, especially the future generations, the children. Let us all allocate 45 minutes to 1 hour over 10 days, over next 10 days. Watch one video lesson every day. Follow and understand the concepts properly, please. If you have questions, do message us. We are only a message away. I am with you in this challenge. I am doing it for me, myself, my children, and my family. Please do send me pictures through the Facebook page. We will love to post pictures of you if you are permitting us. You have the power to inspire others. We all can inspire each other and support each other through journey of rediscovering ourselves through yoga and gaining more health benefits, not only to face corona, beat the corona quarantine blues, but also to take on life with a more enthusiastic spirit. For the rest of our lives, we will do much better than what we were. So we will come out stronger from this period of staying home by taking up this challenge and regularly practicing for the next 10 days, staying in touch with each other. And please like our Facebook page so we will continue to update you about when we are going to have our next online lesson. Yes, we will continue our lessons at a regular period. We will send you videos and continue to give you helpful recommendations. So please be with us and also stay home, save lives. Thank you.